Well, today I am going to be visiting the British Museum. This is one of the biggest museums in the UK, and I just wanted to show you some of the sections that pertain to the China and the Indian history. I wanted to take you through some of the fine china that they have in there, which would have been made out of pure fine bone china, and look at some of the history behind the teaware, where we all started drinking tea, and how this has really become a part of our culture. So I know there is a lot of artworks in there, so it will take a while to go through everything. So I'm just going to try my best and probably skim through what I think is valuable to show all of you. Well, let's not wait any longer and let's go see the British Museum.
So if you've not been to the British Museum, I highly suggest going there for a full day's outing. It holds some of the oldest findings in the world, such as the Elgin marbles from Greece, the ancient Egypt's Rosetta Stone. There's a dedicated section in this museum holding the oldest history of your country.
So here behind me is the British Museum. I'm right at the front, but I did hear that if you go via the back entry, it is a little bit of a shorter wait and the lines look quite long. So I'm gonna walk around the back and see if we can try our luck. And of course, here we have the iconic telephone boxes, which are everywhere in London. I did do a tour around London when I first got here. These telephone boxes are sometimes in crazy condition. Sometimes they are trashed, and then other times they are in pristine conditions. Probably this one's in pristine condition because it's right out the front of the British Museum. So they're keeping it tidy and clean, and there's probably not that many homeless people, you know, coming and staying into this kind of an area. So yeah, anyway, telephone boxes. I think I might be getting warmer. I'm not too sure, but yes, there is a white tent over there. So let's see if we can get in from the rear entrance. It was a success. So those are the doors that you need to go through, and yes, we didn't even have to wait, we walked right through. So good to know for next time, or anyone coming to the UK when they're visiting, use the rear entrance. So a lot of this stuff dates back to 600 AD, even that's pretty much the oldest of a lot of this stuff, but it is all just the stuff that we know today very well. Vases, bowls, made out of porcelain. You can see because of age it's started to crack. This is all Chinese. A lot of it, you know, the Aboriginals have protested to have it sent back to Australia. Some of these works you see replicated a lot in today's day and age because it's so timeless and classic. This sort of stuff hasn't changed a lot. It's time of glazing that was done with the artwork with the blue. It's actually cobalt oxide, which is a Middle Eastern import. And what they did is they used this mineral to create the designs all over the china, and then when it was burnt it would turn into this very dark black, almost really dark blue colour, and then where it was really thin and it wasn't burnt, that would just be the light blue area there. So quite fascinating to see how they were playing with colours when they had, you know, resources that they hadn't explored. So this is interesting. This looks like a general teapot, but it's actually a wine ewer. So you can see that the designs have changed quite a lot over the years. And this stuff is quite intricate. As you can see, there's lots of fine details and colours, way more colours than what we were looking at earlier. So this is around 14 AD. And you can see the diffusion of the darker colours here. You can see these look like where they would have their tea. They're very small, similar to some of the styles they have today, which you drink green tea out of. It's good to whisk a green tea in a small little cup like that. But yeah, just look at all the Chinese boats and the designs. I think Wedgewood has recently actually done designs like this red one here and the yellow one. So you can see all of the inspiration where it comes from when you visit a museum like this. It has stuff, and this stuff is going back to the 17th century. You can see all the numbers there indicating just how old it is. It's quite a tall section, so it's all in cabinets, so you can't really see what's at the top. They have some really beautiful ones that they've put right there, but it is glass bottom, so you can kind of see a little bit more. Very intricate. You can see it's very 3D textures that they're using. These bowls look very modern. If anything, they look like they're from the 60s, but when you look at the dates, they actually go all the way back to the 17th century. So it's amazing the colours that they had available. Or just experimenting with some of these colours, because you don't always see colours like that, especially painted opaquely. So it's interesting to see how our designs today have not always been new designs. They're very influenced. Now this is a teapot. Oh gosh, look at those designs. Imagine having this in your wall, your cupboard at home. Isn't it just gorgeous? Breathtaking, really. You can see a 3D texture of these. They're actually painted on, and the paint is a lot thicker than what you would see in 3D painting today. And it's very opaque, and it's so well preserved. These ones, 17th century again. So the amount of china in here is just so remarkable. The thing to note is just the well-preserved pieces. It's something dating back to the 17th century. It's so well preserved, and you can see how it has influenced some of the designs that they've made today. I was just looking at some pieces over there, and they look very much like Wedgewood.
Sir Percival David built this private collection in the 18th century, and he was very inspired by the Chinese ceramics, and he really put a lot of effort into building this collection, and that's what we have to thank him for today. All of these collections are a huge part of his personal collection. So you can see the dedication from collecting it before his time, as it was the 18th century. He did spend a lot of time, and I think sometimes in today's day and age it's not that easy to go centuries back, so it really is quite marvellous. So about to head into the Sutton, Hoo and Europe 300 to 1100 AD section. So this is where we'll probably end up seeing a lot of actual Wedgwood pieces, because it's dating to the century when all of the stuff that we know now has been made. So let's have a little look. Are those diamonds? Wow.
That's like 15 engagement rings.
So this is the Pegasus vase. So the Wedgwood designs is around 1786 for this vase, which is very popular, and we've also got the darker variations as well. Wow. Yeah, look at that dark Wedgwood. You don't see the dark Wedgwood very often. So William Hamilton and Josiah White Wedgwood, which we know very well, on the back there. Here's an afternoon tea setup we know very well of today. Got the sugar bowl and a teapot, milk jug. It's very cute. It's Austrian, yeah. See the detail that I can capture. So now this section is the reign of Queen Victoria. So when Queen Victoria was in reign, a lot of this stuff was popular for the wealthy. And, Look at this. This was painted by George Hancock in 1825. And the more you look at it, the more you see it honestly is just a painting on a vase. These cups are called the 2 porcelain chocolate cups and saucers of the ladies of Llangollen. And these belonged to 2 ladies in the 17th century. And they lived happily together for 50 years in their idyllic Gothic house in North Wales. All the beautiful hairpins that were used. What was fashionable once.
Okay, so just finished up at the gallery, and what a lovely experience. If you've made it this far in the video, please give it a little like, and we'll see you next time.